said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to Vaught Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Florida Gators, taking on last year's national champion, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Gators ready to get this thing started and open the season. The returner will field it and bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Hands it off. Runs through the tackle. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. Guys, let's take just a second and talk about Ole Miss. They're coming off a national championship win last year, but you got to think this group of seniors isn't satisfied with stopping there.
No, they have tremendous leadership, and this coaching staff, too. That was the one priority in the offseason, fighting complacency, staying hungry to try and chase another title.
And it's hard to do, but you got new pieces and new places and new faces, which is awesome. So it's a lot of guys that haven't won that championship that want to fight for it, that are hungry, and now you mix them with some guys that have also won. It's a good recipe.
Third down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to pass, it's Dennis. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for them. Down. Convert that third down.
That one was closer than normal.
Sort of settles into the game.
You do have
that one was closer than normal. Oh, man, no way.
How good are they really? And you get that first down, you throw the quick timing slant. Now, everybody settle in. We're good. We got this.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions and how you feel about this, playing your old squad. Like, it's something about it, I'm sure, that's nostalgic, and all the memories probably come flooding back. But there's also a competitive element, Palmer, that you want to beat this squad. Like, this is the next team in your way for you accomplishing your goals and dreams.
Yeah, he's probably experiencing the emotional spectrum coming into this game, but make no mistake about it, he has to separate himself from his past allegiances and understand he's the home team. He wants this crowd to get in this football game. You know, he just gave a rousing speech to his guys in the locker room before taking the field. He wants to win this game versus his alma mater.
And the Rebels will
Sometimes I switch up the buttons.
They'll boot it into the night sky
I feel like
for the first time. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted.
it had been closer than you thought because I had that safety, but I still think you would have caught it.
Looking downfield, it's Lane. Quickly out to the tight end. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season. In early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
They punted away on 4th down. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries. You got to get pressures. And when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the edge. And the defense got him at the 27. Gator fans love to see
I didn't blitz,
light up
so.
the scoreboard, but they'll take the defense bringing the heat too.
And I think that was a staple, Reese. Back in the day, you had great offenses for Florida, but the teams that really had the most success and that reached the highest mountaintops, they had great defense to go with it. This defense playing well.
Quarterback may change this route. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Well, 2 great plays in a row by the defense, and if I'm on the coaching staff offensively, David, I'm starting to wonder, okay, how can I protect my quarterback? Do we need to
Oh, Lord.
the pocket, change the launch point? Do I got to get the ball out of his hands quicker? Because right now, it doesn't look like my offensive line can hold up.
Nah, and when your offensive line can't hold up, there's a lot of things you can do, right? You can keep more guys in to protect. You can try to be a little bit more play action, run the football, keep them off balance. But 2 plays in a row, 2 dominant wins, 2 big sacks to really get this offense going the wrong direction.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the 1st down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Dropping back, it's Lane. The throw to the outside is complete. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long. And you've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break. And they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that first.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Finds his big tight end. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
We hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play. On 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to get under the football, and now they face third down.
And that is the play this defense had to have. Did you look in the secondary right there? I mean, he was open, guys. Like, that would have been a touchdown, and this defense got to the quarterback, hit him as he's throwing the football, forced the errant pass, and dodged a bullet.
The 8th play of the drive coming. You'd hate to settle for a field goal. It's 3rd and goal. Looking to pass. It's Lane. Bringing the heat. They stop him short as he was trying to scramble and find his way to the goal line.
What a 3rd down stop by this defense. 3rd down and goal, no problem. You know that guy. Every time he touches the football, you hold your breath because he's so dynamic at the quarterback spot. They were ready, and they forced the 4th and goal.
And this one is perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got it out. Continues to fight for yards. They eventually chase him down, but what a spectacular return that almost went all the way. After that big play, they're trying to pay it off right on the goal line. Wants to go up top. Extending the play. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebel. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And he's going to bring this one out. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. The give to the tailback. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Leaves it with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Guys, let's chat about Florida. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus. The number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, not a big surprise that these guys decided to stick around.
Yeah, it's cool to see it, man. You don't see a lot of this in college football nowadays. A lot of people leaving. They're doing a good job of retaining their guys. They must have built a really good culture.
And the Gators send out the punt unit. That first punt was a beauty. They'd take another one just like it. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. And the missed connection on the first attempt. See if he gets a little looser.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Hand off from the shotgun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You know, if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield, made the tackle for loss.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. On the ready. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Blasted as he lets it go. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. The Rebels will line up to punt it away. Slips through the line. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. On the move. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
They'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. It's 1st and 5. They go to the ground. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Back to pass, it's Lane. Pressure coming. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect the ball.
The Gators have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. There's the pressure. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. Oh, the attempt is no good. And guys still down by 4, still needing a touchdown to take the lead.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Here we go. The give to the back. Can't get him to the ground.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the left. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Picked off.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half.
Here we go.
The offense changing the play.
Kill.
Looking downfield on first down. Got him in. It's caught. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. He's looking to pass. Pocket breaking down. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there.
Oh, he's got some space. Strong, firm tackle.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on 2nd in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up 3rd and short.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. And the Rebels line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Makes the grab. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. The Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up. Give to the running back.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
He'll run it again. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. the Rebels come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. He wants to change this route. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. He's got an open man. He makes a catch. He's knocked down immediately, but they'll have a goal-to-go situation from the 8.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football.
He's going for the goal line. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Now on 2nd and goal. He'll throw it on the read. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. He's moving out of the pocket. Going for 6. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. They marched 56 yards to the end zone. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Lane. Unloads to the wideout. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Makes a connection. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32.
Well, I'll tell you, I know they're losing the game. It's only the first half, but this offense, obviously, they've spent some time practicing 2-minute throughout the week. You can see they're really in rhythm, they're really in focus, and they're attacking the right areas of the field in order to try to maintain as much ball as possible.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Dropping back, it's Lane. Deep shot for the end zone. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end
this year. He comes up with a massive play right there.
Give to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Making side adjustments here. They'll try to get outside. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Will kick it off to start the second half. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He's not even going to make it to the 20, much less the 25. He'll mark it out of bounds at the 18. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a score.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here will be huge.
Quickly to the tight end. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open, quarterback's best friend, and this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism.
He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Looking to throw, it's Lane. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
You have to imagine the game plan for the second half. Being down, I got to come out and throw the football successfully, but how about this offensive line? They don't do their job. They don't protect their guy, and the defense setting the tone right out the gate.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Gonna run it. It's Dingle. He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down. And the Gators line up to punt it away. No fair catches here, looking for room. Spins away. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field.
Ready! Let's go, let's go!
Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw on first down. Intercepted! Yes, even a Heisman Trophy contender can have a miscue. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Grabs it up to 25 in stride. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. That big play put them in business. Now they're right on the edge of the red zone as they go to work first and 10. Knocked down way behind the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a loss of 7.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
The Gators trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Bought a little time, lets it go. That is just a sideline play. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. The land sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on third down. Looking to throw, it's Lane. Fires to the right. He's got it on the run. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Well, there was a golden opportunity for the offense to come away with 2 points there, but he dropped it in the end zone. That's a catch you have to make.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense in the back.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Just a Barishnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw. It's Dennis. Hauls it in. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
And the Rebels can really attack on this second and short. He leaves it with the back. Shakes off the defender. Cutting it off! They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
The Rebels with the first and 10.
Here we go.
Running behind that left side. He breaks the tackle. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Power football with the run. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker.
29 Philly.
Snap to the back. And you erase it to the house. Touchdown, Rebels. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And right down the middle. Ball will be placed at the 40 after that kick out of bounds. Offense working from the pistol. Off play action on first down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Hard-hitting tackle.
And for DBs out there trying to stop these short slant routes against man coverage, being physical is really key. You want to get your hands on the wide receiver and really try to disrupt that timing between the QB and his target.
Grab near the marker. It's Combs. He makes a little bit of headway and is pushed out of bounds at the 43. Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. To throw, it's Lane. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And quarterbacks got to understand, I know you got your favorites, and you're going to look out there and go, that guy's really good. I'm going to find ways to get him, but I got to take what the defense gives me, and double coverage is probably not the avenue that I want to go attack consistently.
Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he's brought down after a nice game. Curl route seems simple, but when you time it like that so it's right on him, man, that's a tough play to stop.
And give the receiver a lot of credit, too, because he knew where the sticks were. He got his depth on the route, and then he came back to the football. All young receivers can learn from this guy right here. Come back to the ball and help your quarterback out.
Let's see what they've got on second down. He'll ride his man on the option. Plows through the defense. Breaks into the open. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. The corners are walked up tight. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll run it from the gun. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. Loss of one.
Man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground.
Touchdown, Gator! Quick strike through the air for the score. Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese, and this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they are clawing and they are scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all zeros.
He'll bring it out. It's Weeks. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake will get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Back to throw, it's Dennis. Finds his man down the middle. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
And as a quarterback, when you're throwing these slant routes against man coverage, location is so important. You want to put the football in a place that your receiver can catch the ball and continue advancing it. So nice job by that QB, putting the football right on the face mask of his wide receiver.
He might want another play. On On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. It's complete on the right side. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play.
Okay, yeah. That way you get it. So 1:30 at the end of the game's over when there's a minute 30 left, just to confirm. Okay. No, I get it for sure. I just want to make sure we're on the same page. No, me too. And I got my little girl with me. She's done crying, so
Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite line receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one.
I'd have been an EA for an update because it happened right at two in the morning.
As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Florida Gators, taking on last year's national champion, the Ole Miss Rebels. 48 Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, and guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Gators will get this season underway as toe meets leather. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Might be changing the route. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. He'll do it himself. There he goes. And they get him down. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they can win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. And now on second down for this offense. Looking for a man. It's Dennis. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
I think that was my nose tackle.
Talk about it. Sacks, tackles for a loss, affecting the quarterback the best way you can. The first drive of the game, already getting home. Nice start for this defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Reads it, fires complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water at some.
Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Going right to work up top. Fires to the wideout. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception.
And I love night games because you have all day to get excited, get jacked up. And you can tell QB might have been a little too excited. Forcing the ball into coverage on the first pass attempt, creating the interception. interception. Now this defense has set this offense up in a great position to get some early momentum.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Quarterback adjusting the pattern.
Let's go, let's go. Ready. Hey, travel. Travel.
He's looking to throw. Oh, they're after him. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
And the Rebels now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds. Guys, let's take a minute and talk about Ole Miss. They're coming off a national championship, but you do wonder if this season will be a season of complacency or a drive for another title.
Well, I mean, what a season last year to put that together, to win a natty, to make your dreams come true. But, Jesse, now it's reloading with all the high school recruiting portal and all the other stuff that goes with it.
Yeah, they lost a lot of key pieces off that national championship team a year ago.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds.
2-minute warning. 2-minute warning.
Rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing
So, you know, 2-minute warning. It's 3:30.
Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20.
I know. I just make sure we're on the same page. Not trying to, you know, deceive you.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They turned it over with an interception on their first drive of the game. We're still looking for our initial point.
God.
The quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He's an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
And the Gators with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's Lane. Unloads to the wideout.
That's crazy. Just way, he's like 15 yards in front of him. That's wild.
Quarterback here, 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Wow. He threw it down. That's
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Well, you'd be hard-pressed to find better field position to start a drive. First and goal from the 10. The Rebels with a big opportunity to take this sudden change and make it sudden points. Quarterback on the keeper. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Yeah, and it's so hard to contain this guy with all those options he has and the experience at the quarterback spot. But nice job by the defense limiting the damage. Didn't give up a huge game.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. He'll keep it himself. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that.
And how about the aggressiveness of this defense? I love this. Don't let him get to the sideline. Kept the ball in the middle of the field, went after the quarterback right away like some missiles, and got him on the ground.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is third and goal. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
Yeah.
Now it looks as if
Yeah.
they settle for the field goal try. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Always expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Alabama was able to come away with the victory, but it was not the type of dominant win we've seen over the years. Roll Tide, sure, but this one lacked any real style points. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Under fire. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. The Gators want to move quickly. Off play action. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Man, this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. It doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He lobs one high down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
He'll take another shot here. And they can't connect.
GG's, it's over.
Does not work out.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out, you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on